to another video, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make a beef and butternut squash chili. It's like 80 some degrees outside, but I have fall fever, so I wanted to make chili because I have officially decorated for fall, so it is chili season. We might be sweating while we eat it, but it's totally fine. We're just gonna pretend like it's fall over here. But like I said, this will be a crock-pot meal, and for my ingredients I'll go ahead and show you all what I'm using. Good thing about chili is that you can kind of make it your own. I don't think that I've made the same chili twice in my whole life. I typically just kind of make it up as I go. That's what I'm doing in today's recipe, but feel free to substitute with whatever kind of peppers, onion. You don't necessarily have to use the ground beef. You could use ground turkey and different things like that. But for this recipe today, I did want to incorporate a butternut squash because Tyler's dad grew some in his garden this year, and we have had so many, which I'm so thankful for because I love butternut squash. But I thought adding this into the chili would be a nice little addition. So I'll go ahead and show you all the ingredients that I'm using. I've got a pound of some grass-fed ground beef. Like I said, you could use ground turkey. If you don't like beef, that would be an easy substitution. Also have some beef broth. I pour a little bit of that into the chili for some liquid. For my veggies, I've got a green pepper, a red bell pepper, a jalapeno pepper, like I said, a butternut squash that I'm going to peel and dice, and then I have a red onion. You could also use a white onion, yellow onion. This is just what I had, so I'm using that one. And then I've got a couple cloves of garlic that I'm going to mince as well. So those are all of the vegetables that I'm going to add in there. So for my canned ingredients, I thought I had black beans. I typically like to use black beans or kidney beans, but I picked up pinto beans. Whatever kind of bean will work. This is just what I had. I have some diced tomatoes that I'm going to pour in there and not strain because I'm going to use some of that liquid. I want to keep the liquid in there for the chili consistency. And then I like to add a little tomato sauce to my chili to make it a little more tomato flavor. That's just how we like it. And then for my seasonings, I just realized that I left out my onion powder and garlic powder. But I'm going to use onion powder, garlic powder, ground cumin, cayenne pepper because we like it a little spicy, and some chili powder. So I will go ahead and prep my veggies, get everything chopped and diced, and then I'm going to heat a skillet to, you do want to brown your meat first. So I'm going to brown my meat in a skillet, chop my veggies, and I'll show you guys the steps. I've got everything chopped. Everything's all underneath there. My meat is almost done. I'm going to drain some of that grease off of there and then finish cooking that. And then go ahead and open up all my canned items. So now I'm just going to go ahead and throw everything in there. It doesn't matter what order you put it in. It's all going to mix in there and cook. So I'm just going to throw all the veggies in there. And then I did rinse and strain my beans. So I'm just going to pour those in there. And then pour the tomato sauce. Then the diced tomatoes. Then I'm going to add my cooked ground beef. And now I'm going to add my seasonings. I never measure anything, but this is everything that I'm putting in there. I've I've got some pink salt, black pepper, some chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, cayenne pepper, and some ground cumin. So just gonna put a dash of all of those in there, and then I'll add the broth, the beef broth, and then mix it all together. So I just put all my seasonings in there, and then I'm just gonna pour a little bit of broth, probably just like a cup or a cup and a half. I don't like it to get too liquidy, and then as it cooks, it will, obviously the consistency will thin out, but I'm just gonna mix it all together now, and then I'll throw it in the actual pot, the crock pot over there, and I will show you all how long I'm gonna cook it. So everything is in there and ready to go. And also, if you do like your chili more thinner, liquid, like a soup, you could always add more broth as it cooks or after it cooks and heat it up. We just kind of like it a little chunkier, so we will see what the consistency looks like when it is done. But I'm gonna go ahead and put my lid on, and then I'm gonna cook it on low for 6 hours. So I don't know, I think things taste better if you have time to cook them on a low temperature, but it is set for 6 hours, so I'll show y'all what it looks like when it gets done. So this is what the chili looks like when it's done. Tyler's already got some out in the bowls for us cooling. And for toppings, I made some homemade, this is a gluten-free cornbread. I follow this girl on Instagram and she posted it and it looked really good, so I thought that would go good with the chili. So that is cooling as well. Chili is in the bowls, ready to go. And for our toppings, I'm just going to do some cheese and then some plain Greek yogurt for substitution of sour cream. So that is the butternut squash beef chili. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video.